I spent months trying to build this business through cold outreach, and because I was putting hours into it every single day, I genuinely thought I was getting closer. I was sending the emails, recording looms, finding businesses, following the advice you hear everywhere online, just do more volume. But looking back, I skipped the first step completely. Before a business even looked at the offer, they were already deciding whether to trust me, and I gave them almost no reason to. And honestly, I really believed this was how it worked, because when you start looking into cold outreach online, the advice always sounded simple. Send more. More outreach, more businesses, more chances something works. So that's what I did. Every day I'd sit there finding businesses, writing outreach, recording Loom videos, sending follow-ups. And because I was spending so much time doing it, it felt impossible that I could be this wrong. But looking back now, I think I was trying to solve a trust problem with volume. And those are completely different problems. And when I looked back at everything, the signs were obvious. Unopened Loom videos, emails sitting in info at inboxes, a random Gmail address, no website, no proof, no reason for anyone to trust it. And that's what finally changed my perspective. And I realized most businesses probably weren't rejecting the offer itself, they just never trusted the person sending it. And I think this is the mistake I completely missed from the start. I thought the hardest part was writing a better offer, better copy, better niches, better scripts. But none of that matters if the person on the other side doesn't trust you enough to even care. And honestly, I don't even think this only applies to cold outreach. How many people are spending hours every day doing exactly what they've been told to, while completely missing the thing that actually makes it work? I wasn't being lazy. I wasn't avoiding the work. I was just solving the wrong problem. So over the last week or so, I've been rebuilding everything from the ground up. A real domain, better infrastructure, a branded email instead of a random Gmail account, trying to build actual trust before the outreach ever even happens. And honestly, this already feels completely different psychologically. Not because I suddenly became some expert at outreach. For the first time, it feels like the outreach actually has a reason to be trusted. Because I think that changes the entire dynamic. Because now the outreach doesn't just feel like, please trust this random message. It feels more like, here's a real problem I noticed. And weirdly, I think that's why a lot of trades and local businesses struggle with lead follow-up in the first place. Not because they don't care, but because they're busy, scattered, and often don't realize where customers are slipping through the cracks. And honestly, I still don't know if this version is actually going to work. I still don't have clients. I still have no proof that any of this actually works long-term. But this is the first time the outreach doesn't feel like complete guesswork. And I think that's a really important difference. Because before, I was just trying to force volume into a problem that was really about trust. I think trust is probably the foundation underneath almost everything online. And I completely skipped it. People decide whether they trust you before they decide whether they care. I guess the real question is, if the foundation finally feels right. So now I guess we find out whether fixing the foundation actually changes the outcome.